Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello and welcome in to Devil's Lake, where it's survive and advance for Four Winds Minnewaukan and Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake playing on their home court, so you have to imagine they're going to be a little more motivated to keep on going. Jacob Tenson alongside Josh Boyko, and it's been a fun tournament here so far. Day 3 of the Region 2A. Again, this is the third place game. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Whereas we have the championship game later on today. Josh Boyko will be on the play-by-play for that. And that season isn't technically over, but one person has a chance to go on to state. The other one will go into the state qualifying rounds, which will happen for this third place, the winner of this game as well. And we welcome in Josh Boyko now. And Josh, kind of, what are your thoughts leading into this game? What is maybe the keys for either side?
Yeah, I mean, going back to what we've seen with Four Winds Minnewaukan through the first 2 games as we join the Irie Insurance pregame show here. Four Winds Minnewaukan sneaks by Hillsborough Central Valley in the quarterfinals in a 50-47 ball game where neither team was able to really get their stroke from downtown necessarily going to the effect that they wanted to. Hillsborough Central Valley goes on a run towards the end of that game, puts it within 2, but then Four Winds is able to get some clutch defensive stops. They're able to hold on in that first game. The second game against Carrington didn't fare near as well, got out-rebounded by a lot by the Carrington Cardinals, #1 seed for a reason. So tonight, they don't get much of a break. There's still some good, talented players and rebounders on this Devil's Lake Firebird squad, so the glass is going to be an area where we're going to have to keep an eye on. Can Four Winds Minnewaukan keep teams to one and done here if they're going to be able to get to the state qualifier round? For Devil's Lake, they're playing through a lot of pressure is what they're going to be trying to enforce on Four Winds Minnewaukan defensively. They're going to be picking up in the backcourt. They're going to be extending beyond the three-point line in the half court. So what are Brodina and Brown going to be able to do to lead that defensive attack and turn that into some easy offense as well?
Yeah, a lot of the offense has run through Brodina and Brown for Devil's Lake, and a lot of the offense runs through Surrey Gord for Four Winds Minnewaukan, and it'll be interesting to see kind of what the defensive game plan will be against her for Devil's Lake, what they're going to be doing against her. She's kind of been left alone on these first 2 games between Hillsborough Central Valley. They've kind of let her do her thing. Had 16 points in that one, and then again kind of the same thing against Carrington. She had 25 points in that one, but a lot of those points kind of came late in that third, fourth quarter where it was kind of already out of hand at that point.
Yes, but at the same time, you'll never dislike getting in a rhythm and getting some points. Maybe that can translate into getting off to a fast start here. So we'll see what Gord and company are able to do for Four Winds. Can they get some secondary contributors? Kaylee Hansen's been one of those players that will need to have a good game here for the Indians.
Yeah, she's been in double digits both games as well. She had a hot start in the first quarter in the first game, good second half in the second game. But we'll see if those kind of role players step up a little bit for Four Winds Minnewaukan. They'll have to do that to get the win here today. But we'll take our first break here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. We'll step aside here on YourLiveEvent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Transform your home with Central City Lumber, your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. From showplace cabinets, stylish flooring, and Valspar paint, they have everything you need to bring your vision to life. Their expert team is here to help you choose the perfect materials and provide expert advice for your project. Plus, they build custom portable homes that can be moved anywhere in North Dakota. Visit Central City Lumber in Carrington today and see why they're the go-to destination for home improvement. Central City Lumber, quality you can build on.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Looking back into the Irie Insurance pregame show, Jacob Tenson and Josh Boyko with you here. And like I said, day 3 here of the Region 2A girls basketball tournament. It's been a fun one. We've had a couple blowouts. We've had a couple of close games. And I imagine both of these games here today should be at least fairly close, or at least I'm hoping so. We hope to bring you some good quality basketball here today. And let's just kind of look through the tournament here. It was Carrington, the first game of Region 2A. The 1 seed versus the 8 seed. Carrington won 54-27, just doubled up Harvey Wells County, and wasn't necessarily the best game for Carrington, but still got it done in plenty of good fashion. The defense was still there. That's kind of their calling card, and you saw that a lot against Four Winds in that second round as well too. Josh, what do you like about Carrington in the championship game?
They got depth. We were talking about it on the way here, Jacob, that this Carrington Cardinals team is maybe the most complete of the rosters in the fact that they really get contributions from all of their starters, and even off the bench they have defined roles. Everyone knows what they're doing, so that's the advantage that Carrington probably has, whereas Thompson, they have a really great roster as well, don't get me wrong. They also have 2 really high top-end talents with Kaya Hurst and Addie Sage. But Carrington, just top to bottom, has a lot of good length as well, so they're able to stifle teams on defense and create those extra loose balls, win those extra loose balls, a lot of offensive rebounds, second chance points. So that's what I like about Carrington and why I think they've got a decent shot here tonight.
Yeah, they're a balanced attack as well offensively. You never really know who it's going to come from. And their game against Four Winds, there was 5 scorers in double digits, and they were missing a starter as well. So you just see there's so much balance. As we see Devils Lake take the floor, let's kind of look at their path a little bit. Devils Lake in their first round, they were the last game of the day on day 1. It was a 67-47 win over Grafton. Kind of the defense was kind of the biggest thing for them. The defense led to a lot of offense in that first game. And they matched up with Thompson in round 2. The second game on day 2. It was a 65-53 loss for them. And again, we kind of expected it. It really wasn't that far of a game. It was a 12-point difference, but really it kind of felt, or throughout majority of that game, it was a one-possession game. And it just kind of, Thompson made a last-second run, which made it that 12-point differential.
Yeah, I mean, that game started at 9-0 Thompson. You're like, oh boy, here we go, type of start for Devils Lake, but they reined it in real quick. I mean, they got it back to within 2 very quickly, and by the end of the first quarter, it was a one-possession game for a decent chunk already at that point. It stays at that 1 to 2 possession game for pretty much the entire game until you get Thompson getting a couple of stops on defense and forcing Devils Lake to foul in the late game with 90 seconds and less to go. So that 12-point gap was actually the largest lead of the game that we saw. It was not a double-digit game, what the score reflects right there. So Devils Lake, they've got really good quick strike ability, as we saw against Grafton in the quarterfinals. Of course, a 31-2 run. How can you ignore that? So the Firebirds have that quick strike ability, and it starts with their pressure and how they're going to extend and play incredibly aggressive. Against Thompson, they were able to handle it better. Both teams were just running and gunning at that point. But both teams were able to handle pressure a little bit better, and that's how you can if you can get into the half court against Devils Lake, that's your key to at least having a shot against them, and that we'll see what Four Winds can do here against that pressure tonight.
And even talking to Coach Sean Gord, he mentioned that turnovers were going to play a big role, and you have to limit their turnovers against such a great defensive team like Devils Lake. And speaking of Four Winds, they just come out on the floor now. We mentioned earlier, it was a narrow victory for them in the first round, 50-47 over Hillsborough Central Valley, and then lost to Carrington by 20 in that second round. And it really was those turnovers early on in the first half, which got them down a lot, which kind of, they just couldn't really dig themselves out of that big hole.
Yeah, when you get in a big hole in tournament time, it's just hard to battle back, and you get a little bit more one-dimensional on offense, and it just puts a lot more pressure on each possession. So key to tonight, just hang in there through that first quarter, feel the game out a little bit. If you can't get an early lead, just stick around and just feel the game out for a bit.
And last team we'll feature here, Thompson and Mayport CG. Again, Thompson in the championship game against Carrington. We talked about it a little bit, but first round was a 71-43 win. That one was kind of over before it even started. It almost felt like just a hot start, and we already talked about Thompson versus Devils Lake, but Thompson in the championship game against Carrington. That'll be after this game, approximately 20 minutes afterwards. And again, there you have the two-headed monster of Hurst and
Sage.
There we go. I was blanking on it. And they're just so incredible. They run that pace so well, and it'll be tough for Carrington to keep up with, but I'm sure they will.
Yeah, it should make for a real fun championship game. Thompson brings a lot of good stuff to the table, and a happy 50th birthday to Jason Brend as well, head coach for the Thompson girls team. They're going to try and give him a birthday present tonight by going straight in the state.
It'll be a nice little birthday gift for him if he can. We'll take a break here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Bavera. Let's forge ahead together.
Brock Brent Construction Inc. has been around since 2006. We do commercial and residential concrete and construction. From concrete parking lots, house foundations, stamped concrete patios and driveways, to new construction and home remodels. Call Brock today at 701-430-1011. Brock Brent Construction Inc., serving you since 2006.
The best thing about winter in Devil's Lake is the ice fishing. Just dropping a line down the hole and waiting for that big whopper to bite. Winter can cause some big problems too, like with your furnace and heating systems. That's when you need to get Clementards on the line. They service all fuel types and all makes and models of heating systems.
Jay,
Aren't you supposed to be in school?
Just keep it nice. I was sworn for you, Dad.
New Solid-Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid-Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Right here on Main Street, something strong is happening. Welcome to your local gym, Central City Wellness Center of Carrington. Open 24 hours a day. Whether you're into cardio or free weights, they've got the equipment to keep you moving. Join their free mobility classes, Mondays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Open to anybody. Recover right with their sauna and enjoy 24-hour tanning access. Book workouts, classes, and tanning all in one place with the Gym Master app. Call 652-2555. Central City Wellness Center of Carrington. Your gym, your time, right on Main Street.
Welcome into the pregame show, joined with head coach Sean Gord. And third place game here, it's kind of do or die for your Lady Indians. What's kind of been the message for your team here today?
Well, that's pretty much it. You know, it's do or die. We got to win or we're going home tonight. And you know, we got a few seniors that want to keep playing tomorrow or on Saturday would be great. And you know, I don't know if they want to go back to practice, but tomorrow. But you know, they all definitely want to keep playing. And yeah, that's what it is. I think everybody's probably, you know, in this game, a third place game in the region, is going to have the same mindset. It's win or go home. We got to leave it all out there, and that's where we're at too.
And playing against Devils Lake on their own court, they've showed that they are a really balanced team. Is that something that you kind of told the girls is just you have to kind of focus on your matchups, you have to win your matchup?
Yes, definitely. You know, we went through some game plans, some different scenarios last night, and you know, we watched video last night after our practice, and we, you know, looked at things that we should have did differently. We didn't really look at Devils Lake the video since, you know, like a month ago, I think, or a few weeks ago is what it was. But no, it was a good session. We were very productive, I thought, last night, and we're kind of on the same page now. We want to know what the game plan is today, and we're gonna roll with it.
And it was a 12 or 13 point loss for you last time you faced off against Devils Lake. What was something that you maybe learned from that matchup that you're going to use here today?
Floor's big, and we couldn't run with them. You know, we just they're used to this having a nice big floor is such an advantage. You know, we don't realize that until you go back to your own floor, and it's just no comparison. But no, we understand that we got to take care of the ball better. Obviously, is the biggest thing, you know, with their pressure. But we can't be such a hurry to push the ball and press and get after it like we normally do, because you know that's their style. That's what they want you to do, and you know, we're gonna be a little more conservative today, I think, and you know, see how it plays out.
And what's maybe the one thing that you guys have to do really well to come out with a victory here today?
We got to rebound. Oh, it's just been an Achilles heel all year, and you know, you do rebounding drills every day in practice. You harp on it every day, and you know, a lot of it is just, you know, how bad you want the ball. You know, not a whole lot of technique with rebounding. You just hit them and go get the ball, and you know, I don't know what. That's one of our biggest things, and obviously we got to keep the turnovers down and try to find some balance from the other girls.
All right, well, best of luck here today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That was head coach of the Four Winds Minnewaukan Lady Indians, Sean Gord, and those pregame interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank. We'll take another break here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com.
Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source, helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsborough has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsborough. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your car. It's so much more than a mode of transportation. It's your field checker, your private concert venue, your sunset seeker. It carries her and her dreams off to her first day of college. It sees you change from expecting to protecting. Your car, it's part of your memories. So let's make your next one the best one at Devil's Lake Cars.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
When you want quality nutrition for your livestock that's made right here in North Dakota, there's one name farmers trust: Feed Mix in Harvey. At Feed Mix, they produce a full range of feeds, from beef and swine to poultry, goats, sheep, minerals, and specialty rations, all tailored to fit the needs of your operation. Need feed delivered directly to your yard or pasture? They bring it to you. Their feed specialists are here to help you get the most out of your livestock and your land. Feed Mix in Harvey. Call them today, 701-324-2201.
Looking back into the IRE Insurance pregame show, and this broadcast of the tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. And Josh, we're about 5 minutes away here from the national anthem. Third place game, and again, it's survive and advance. The winner moves on to the state qualifiers. The loser goes home. So it really just comes down to who wants it more. And we've watched both these teams throughout this tournament, and what's kind of maybe your biggest takeaway for each side? What is the one thing that each team needs to do to come out with a victory?
Well, we'll see if Devils Lake gets a shot in the arm here. If Janae Martinson is back in the starting lineup here tonight. She was out for that semifinals game against Thompson, so you're down a starter in that close loss to a really good Thompson team. So we'll see if she's back in the lineup after that injury she sustained in the quarterfinal round. She was active in practice, so that trend's good, but we'll see what the starting lineup is. For Four Winds Minnewaukan, if they can turn around the rebounding into something that's more their favor and the threes start to fall that they've been putting up that have been just barely off, there's a major variance right there from scoring 50 points to in the 60s somewhere if you can find just a little bit of good luck and just a little bit more things going your way.
Yeah, I have to imagine for Four Winds Minnewaukan, they have to put up about 60 points or so if they want to come out with a win, because you know that Devils Lake, they're going to be applying the pressure throughout. They like to run that full court press, and last game for Four Winds Minnewaukan, it really was those turnovers that were the Achilles heel for them. They really got them down in a hole early. That's what Sean Gordon said in that pregame interview as well. He just needs to limit their turnovers, and he thinks they have a good shot of coming out with a win here today.
Yeah, I mean, he's got reason to be optimistic. They have some decent ball handlers on the squad, so it's just you got to play a smart game. You got to have good IQ to be able to break that pressure and keep that calm composure, even when Devils Lake is going to throw multiple bodies at you.
And again, Devils Lake playing in front of their home crowd too, so that just brings another element to it. But like we mentioned earlier, Janae Martinson was out in the last game, but we do see her warming up here again with the jersey off, or with the warm-up off, I should say. So I would have to imagine she's back into the starting lineup based on what I'm seeing. So it should be a little bit of a boost for Devils Lake. And they didn't really miss her so much at the beginning of the game for against Thompson, but really down the stretch, they really kind of needed just one more player to kind of put the ball in the bucket besides Tylee Brodina or Presley Brown.
Yeah, it seemed like I had kind of mentioned it on Tuesday, maybe fighting down the cylinder, essentially. I mean, you got probably 7+ players that contribute in this rotation for Justin Klein, so you had to go maybe just one deeper into the bench than normal and just those minutes being filled by someone else, but you get Martinson back in there, and it's always nice to just have that complementary piece in there that the starters are just you're used to having your 5 starters out there, and that can help against a tough team like it did against Thompson. And they kept that game close the entire time, so they've got reason to be optimistic about tonight.
Absolutely, and Emma Hofstad was that player that entered in the starting lineup, and maybe that gives her a little bit of boost coming into this one. You get some confidence being in that starting lineup in the previous game before, so you know that the trust is there with her and Coach Klein, so we'll see if she plays a big role off the bench here tonight. But about a minute and a half away from the national anthem, we'll take one last break here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. Start of the ball game, the starting lineups will be up in just a moment on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
On the road or right here at home, there's a place that has you covered. Just off the highway in Fessenden, fuel up with gas, grab all your convenience store favorites, pick up select hardware items, and don't miss their great homemade food. Need propane, fuel, or gas in bulk? They've got tankers available. Call for pricing. And in Harvey, they're right where you need them. Gas, snacks, hot food, and more, all in one convenient stop. 2 locations, small town service, big on convenience. Stop in today. Farmers Union Oil in Fessenden or the Harvey One Stop. They're glad you're here.
I used to tell my 8th grade girls basketball team that every time they missed a layup, it gave me another gray hair. We even had a play named Gray Hair because most of the time it led to a layup. I also taught my teams how to put on a full court press. That is what teachers are doing academically here at Hillsborough Public School. We are applying an academic press by setting high expectations and teaching the standards required by the state. If you're looking for a school that is applying an academic press, come and visit Hillsborough Public Schools.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the Annual Bull Sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m.
The best thing about winter in Devil's Lake is the ice fishing. Just dropping a line down the hole and waiting for that big whopper to bite. Winter can cause some big problems too, like with your furnace and heating systems. That's when you need to get Clements on the line. They service all fuel types and all makes and models of heating systems.
Jay, aren't you supposed to be in school?
Just keep a nice house warm for you, Dad.
Starting lineup's about to be read off, or they are being read off. It's first the home team in the building, but the away team on the scoreboard, the Devils Lake Firebirds, will start off with them. So Devils Lake, they start with the same lineup they've had in the first game. It'll be 5'8" junior guard, number 2, Ava Beck. Number 13 of 5'8" junior guard, Tylee Brodina. Number 14 of 5'7" senior guard, Janae Martinson. Number 15 of 5'10" senior forward, Mia Ellsberger. And number 21, a senior forward, saying of 5'9", Presley Brown. And now for the home team, Four Winds Minnewaukan Lady Indians. It'll be number 5. They have a slightly different lineup than what they've ran out before. Number 5, a freshman guard slash forward, standing of 5'10", Sophia Alberts. Number 15, a 5'11" senior guard slash forward, Kaylee Hansen. Number 21, a 5'10" freshman forward, Patience Dunn. And number 30, the difference in the lineup, number 30, number 5'9" junior forward, Mercy Morgan. And rounding up the lineup of 5'9" sophomore guard, Surrey Gord. The American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower own, crystalsugar.com. So again, it's do or die for these teams. Survive and advance. Who wants it more? We'll decide that here with 32 minutes. We'll start off in the circles. Kaylee Hansen and Ellsberger to tip things off. Devils Lake in their all-red jerseys. Lady Indians in the all-whites as Devils Lake wins the tip. And we're underway in the third-place game of Region 2A. Brodina gets to the top of the key. Martinson again was out last game. Driving baseline back, hands it off. Ellsberger gets the 2. So quick start there, quick bucket for Devils Lake, and there's the full court pressure right away. Gord gets it up past the Alberts. Into the corner, Dunn. Hansen left alone for 3. No good off the back heel again, and that's what happened a lot for them in their previous game as Beck comes down with the rebound. Back outside, a three-point shot from Martinson, too long, and it'll go out of bounds, so back to the Lady Indians. You see both teams want to get quick possessions, but Devils Lake wants to apply that pressure to slow these Four Winds Minnewaukan Lady Indians down a little bit and force some turnovers like that one right there.
It starts with the ball pickup by Cerie Gord that happened right near that baseline. That's not where you want to end up picking that ball up. Makes it difficult for your teammates to come help you out like there.
And just kind of in scramble mode, approaching 10 seconds as well as Beck fires a three-point shot, no good. Gord comes down with the rebound. Again, off that rebound, able to apply some pressure to be close to a 10-second call, and there it is, 10 seconds, and Coach Klein is fired up about it too.
Yeah, his defense is getting after it, full court pressure, and for Four Winds Minnewaukan, the key, once you get that rebound, you got to try to go before they can set up that pressure and get in position to send those double teams like they have been so far.
They got to have a little sense of urgency, get it past half court so they can get their offense going, and there's a sense of urgency from Brown for two. So quick 4-0 lead for Devils Lake. Here's Gordon trying to direct traffic, calling out the play. It's to Hansen. Back to Gord. She likes to shoot that triple, but guarded tightly by Ellsberger. Alberts thought about it, now drives. Picks up that dribble, back to Morgan. Shot clock winding down, and then a travel by Morgan. Already the third turnover by Four Winds Minnewaukan.
Yeah, they haven't really had a chance to get off many looks at the basket at all, and looks like we have a timeout maybe to sort that out.
A timeout called here from head coach Sean Gore. We'll take a timeout with him here on yourliveevent.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Back from the Chris Moen Nodak Mutual Insurance timeout. Your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. And it's been a quick start here so far for Devils Lake, applying tons of pressure defensively. They're the only ones to get on the scorer's column, 4-0 early on. Brown, the last bucket for Devils Lake, dishes it out now. Rodina has it, trying to size up, gets a screen from Brown. She'll fire a three-point shot, can't get that to go. Tipped it into the hands of Beck for two.
It's been the story for Four Winds. If they can get those one-and-done stops, they're going to be in a good spot. But again, giving up second chance points and offensive rebounds.
And another turnover this time. Morgan just thought her teammate was going to cut to the basket, but she was guarded tightly, so she cut back, but Morgan already passed it, so it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the solution for that, once you make that catch near the half-court line, you turn and you look opposite. She was turning and looking to that same side and just guessing essentially where that player was. Whereas if you turn opposite, you're looking at them, and they should be able to run and get that layup.
And we get a turnover the other way. Devils Lake, their first turnover, is this time they're able to break the pressure as Gord calls out instructions. Morgan thinks about the three, but sagged off by Brown. She won't pull the trigger on it. Hansen going in, scoop shot, left short, collected by Brown. Pushing in transition. Eventually picks up her dribble. Open shot from Martinson. Can't get that to go. Collected by Dunn. So the Lady Indians still looking for that first bucket. They've only shot it twice, though, so far. We're almost halfway through this first quarter. And Gord, their leading scorer, has yet to shoot one as she's double-teamed. Nice pass inside to Morgan. She can't get it to go. Hung up there forever. Gord comes away with it. She gets it to go for the first points for Four Winds Minnewaukan. Up ahead quickly, but too quickly as it trickles out of bounds. The second turnover for the Firebirds.
That was a nice job from Gord, able to swing that pass down to the basket on that last possession. Got an open look and was able to get the offensive rebound and put back off the miss that she created.
Just a smart player. Only a sophomore is Surrey Gord, but leads her team in points and kind of just a do-it-all player for Four Winds Minnewaukan as there's a turnover, and you can see the frustration on Coach Sean Gord's face after that one.
Just unforced errors and just getting in the offense's head, putting that pressure on. It makes you be perfect on that press break, and the Lady Indians haven't been to this point. Still a lot of time to turn it around, though.
Plenty of time and only down 4, even with those 5 turnovers. Rodina asks for a screen, gets one, sizes up the three-point shot, high arcer, no good, collected by Bishop. Gord sees a double team in the backcourt, one-handed pass up ahead, done, has numbers, and gets fouled going up.
There you go. That's one way to break it right there. Just throw the baseball pass or football pass all the way over the defense there. And a nice job from Gord quarterbacking that press break.
We'll see if the first free throws of the game, and we'll see what Patience Dunn does with them. Here's that first shot, rattles out, no good. And we've seen that a lot from these Lady Indians. They've had a bunch of shots just rattle in, rattle out, and a lot of them hit off the back rim, so they have the right angle on it. They just don't have the right amount of power on it as that one goes. Elsberger doesn't handle the pass cleanly, but gets it to Brown, skipped into the corner, three-point shot. That's left long. Rebound, there's a one-and-done possession for Devil's Lake. Exactly what Four Winds Minnewaukan needs.
Yeah, and Dunn with a perfectly textbook rebound right there. Not only does she box out and secure it, but she's going to clear out and just get the defender off of her, swing the elbow through. And you don't want to be in the way of a stray elbow, of course, so nobody's going to try and take that offensive foul.
And stray elbows can cause a lot of damage. Surrey Gord has it and gets bumped. Be the first foul on Janae Mead, second team foul. Now a fresh 35. It seemed like they wasted majority of that clock and now have an opportunity to waste more clock if they want to or go quickly. Into the corner, Du Bois was left alone but didn't handle the pass cleanly. Back to Bishop, swung around. Dunn loses the handle but picks it back up. Gord trying to find room. Pump fakes and gets contact, and she sees the double team. It's going to go against Brown. Or no, it's going to go against Brodina, rather.
And we saw earlier in that possession, when you have the skip pass against the zone, it creates a lot more scrambling than just playing catch with the ball around the perimeter up top. So you get that skip pass, and had it been handled cleanly, you've got that look, and that's one that Four Winds Minnewaukan's going to try to get a little bit more throughout this game.
He's going to whip that ball around as quickly as possible to find those openings as Gord goes 2 for 2. Trims it just as a 1-point deficit, and it really feels like Devil's Lake is dominating this game, but it's only a 1-point game right now. All those turnovers for Four Winds Minnewaukan just haven't tallied up as there's a turnover by Devil's Lake. That's their third.
Yeah, Brown and Brodina just not on the same page that time. You get the nice drive. Brodina swings to the corner and fills the gap perfectly, but the pass just wasn't there on time, on target.
Numbers for Four Winds Minnewaukan. Hansen leaves the layup too long, but Dunn able to track it down.
Now you got the second chance points for the Lady Indians on the line here. They do a nice job hustling back to that ball.
Hansen had a screen, but Dunn just slips out of it. Can't get that to go. Du Bois ends up collecting it. Didn't hit the rim, though, so shot clock didn't reset. Hansen thought about it, into Bishop, gets it to go, and one! Just what the Lady Indians need, and that's their first lead of the ball game with a chance to grow it up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a great roll to the basket from Bishop right there, and when you get those offensive rebounds, the zone doesn't have time to get set as much as they would like to be as if you were walking up in the half court. Another offensive rebound.
DuBois can't quite get that to go, and Brown's able to track that down. And if that would have been the Fort Wayne's Minnewaukan faithful would have went crazy there. So we get a foul on DuBois as Brown was trying to drive in.
The second chance points, they're going to prove to be a big topic throughout this game, it seems, as already team's starting to rack it up, even though it's 7-6 only.
And the second chance points, the rebounding, a big discrepancy. There's a chance for second chance points on the rebound from Beck, but it's off her knee, so turn back over. And all of a sudden, this game is kind of just flipped on its head. It looked like the Firebirds were maybe going to run away with it, but now Fort Wayne's Minnewaukan is just locked in. They've been able to break the press and find good looks.
See what they can do against the press here, against a set defense on the dead ball.
And able to break it this time past half court, but no, Bishop walked with it. Thought she was going to have her teammate, but DuBois was too deep in the corner there.
Yeah, that's one where they executed it well, getting it across, and you've done everything X's and O's right. It's just you got to relax with that ball in your hands and just take your time.
And off a near turnover, Brodina turns it into 2. So lead back in the hands of Devil's Lake and almost back into the hands of them, the possession, but it's 2-on-1 for Gord. Euro step move, can't get it to go. Alberts comes away with the rebound. She can't get that to go either. And then Brown gets it, but then falls on the line, and it'll stick with the Lady Indians. It's been a quick moving first quarter here. Only 1 minute remaining in this first quarter. Inside, Morgan loses the handle, but last touch by the Firebirds, so they'll do it over again. Gord will inbound. Into Alberts, nice entry pass, high off the glass, in for 2.
Sean Gord asking for the end one on that one. He's had a few that he's been asking for the extra whistle on, but the ref's letting him play right now.
And again, lead recaptured by Fort Wayne's Minnewaukan. We're under a minute to play. Inside, nice pass, but Hofstad can't handle it cleanly. Into the corner now, bumping up against DuBois, and that's an offensive foul. Credit DuBois just sticking her chest in there and taking that contact.
Yeah, she did a nice job, DuBois did, just invading that personal space, I guess, if you will. She's going to break that bubble, just get right up in your face without doing anything illegal. She's just right there, making it hard to put down a dribble or do anything without clearing out illegally, which is what happened.
And just a pesky defender. We've seen that throughout this tournament. She just has caused headaches for whoever she's guarding, and you can tell they're always frustrated because she's always just applying some contact, just making that her person just uncomfortable all the way down the court. So chance to grow this lead a little bit. Their biggest lead has only been 1. Gordon, nice entry pass. Morgan can't finish, though. And then on the rebound, Ellsberger's fouled.
It's a good bounce pass in traffic there from Gord. The layup just not converted. And those are the difference between the teams that are playing great and playing good at times. And the Lady Indians definitely have the potential to be playing great. And we'll see if they can continue to hit those looks later.
And then an offensive foul again, this time a moving screen. It'll go against Ellsberger.
Guess who drew it?
It's DuBois. Again, just wreaking havoc on her matchup. She wasn't in this, she's in the starting lineup the first 2 games, but not in this one. They wanted to go with a little more size with Morgan. We have 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Gord has to shoot one, loses the handle though, so it'll just be a 1-point lead for Fort Wayne's Minnewaukan when it looked like they weren't going to get much offense. They down 6-0 early on, but they recapture the lead 9-8 as we'll step aside on YourLiveEvent.com.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
9-8 on the Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard in favor of the Lady Indians with possession here to start the second quarter. Gord led all scorers with 4 points in that first quarter. As she has it now, trying to get it inside to Morgan, but guarded tightly. Now Alberts has it, thought about the three. She'll bring it back out, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Poke free as Gord just makes sure that Brodina can't get the handle on it as it goes out of bounds. Inside to Morgan. Backing down her defender. Can't get it to go. Almost had a rebound. Gets it now. Throws it up high off the glass, and Brown comes away with the rebound. And then she goes all the way and sees a lot of contact. My back would have hurt after that one. That's all I know. Just kind of coiled back after getting that contact, and my back almost hurt just watching that.
Well, that's because we're old and not very flexible.
Very true. Brown now fires a three-pointer and hits. She wasn't feeling her back at all. So recaptures the lead, 11-9. And she's up to 5 points now. She takes the lead for the leading scorer on both sides. Du Bois has it poked free, but gets it back. Now Du Bois sets a screen for Hansen. Trying to drive in, back outside. Morgan left alone for three. No, misses everything. Firebirds will take back over possession as Dunn checks in for Morgan. First time we're seeing Tenley Tripke pass it in there to Beck. As the boys again will hound her defender, or her matchup, I should say. Brown gets it back to Beck. Trying to get inside to Brown, but the double team there, they're fronting her and then had the weak side defender just lurking. Now Brodina tries to drive in, just blows by her defender. Almost got it to go, but she'll go to the line for two.
That's a different gear than what most players have. Able to just create something out of nothing. You're in that one-on-one matchup. She's going to win that most of the time with that quick first step.
Yeah, just like you said, that quick first step, just too much for her defender, and makes the first free throw there. Just the first free throws of the ball game for Devil's Lake. Didn't shoot any in that first quarter. Second free throw from Brodina, also good. So 2 for 2 on that trip and grows the lead back to 4. Alberts spin move to get it past half court. Skips it over to Gord. Pass fake to nobody. Still kind of worked though.
Hey, the defender probably doesn't know there's nobody over there if they're face guarding you, so why not?
Hansen gets it inside to Gord. Nice pass fake. Nice move from Gord. Her 6th point of the ball game.
The footwork there, was able to kind of just step through after that fake. Got Brodina off balance. That's a great move.
You skip it around, and Brown thought about the three. Drives in. Can't quite get that to go. Just left it short as Gord comes down with the rebound. You saw Gord on that last possession in the post. They really featured that in the second half of the game, of their game last game against Carrington, And that's when she really got on a roll, scoring a bunch of points when she started posting up. As Dunn gets a great entry pass from Du Bois and puts it in, and we're tied once more.
Yeah, just a slip to the basket unattended. The two defenders up top both taking the ball handler, and a nice pass from Du Bois, able to split those defenders for the assist.
So again, tied up at 13 apiece on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. We get a whistle. There'll be a foul on Kaylee Hansen. Hofstad will inbound, gets it in the corner. As Beck will now reset. Hounded by Du Bois once more. Now Brown kind of has a speed mismatch, but she'll throw up the three-point shot. It's tipped, and last touch, they say, by the Lady Indians, so it'll stick with the Firebirds. Martinson will inbound. In that deep corner, kind of a tough spot to inbound, and that's why it forces a turnover, the fifth of the ball game for Devils Lake. As on the bump, Beck can't believe it. It's kind of a quick whistle there on a little bump there from Beck. Just the first team foul, though, for the Firebirds in the second quarter. First for Ava Beck as well. As the Firebirds loosen up that full court pressure a little bit. Hansen looking inside, gets to Bishop, top of the key. Now to Gord. Doesn't use the screen from Bishop. And then a moving screen there against Dunn, so it goes back the other way. Next foul for the Lady Indians will put the Firebirds in the bonus situation. We're not even quite to the halfway point in this second quarter. Looking inside, Hofstad trying to get position, but they don't give it to her. Now they do. She can't handle the pass as it goes out of bounds, so forcing a turnover. Just barely got a hand on it to tip it out of bounds. Been stuck at 13s for a couple minutes now. There's a 4-point lead early on in this second quarter for Devils Lake. Still the largest lead of the game for Forwards Minnewaukan has been just one. So looking for a bucket here for their biggest lead of the game. Gord behind the back dribble, back outside to Bishop. Now Ironheart goes around the world basically on the left side. Back to Gord, wanted to shoot that three, just didn't have the separation. Step back, just inside the three-point line, left short. Bishop the rebound, can't get it to go. Tipped free, still loose. Hofstad tracks it down. And backs it up, trying to find a teammate, and throws it away. It's been a little sloppy here the last few minutes between both teams.
Yeah, tough sledding on offense, just looks not going. It's been a low-scoring first half, but when it's a low-scoring first half, that means nobody's out of it usually.
Right.
So both teams still competing hard, of course.
Still tied at 13. We're looking for somebody to break this tie. Hansen has a screen from Dunn, but doesn't want it. And then a 5-second call. The great defense being played by Ellsberger to force it.
Mercy Morgan back into the game.
Mercy Morgan checks in for Forwards Minnewaukan. Bringing it up will be Tripke. Gets it into the hands of Brown. Three-point shot from Brodina, can't get it to go. And another rebound from Gord, her fourth.
It's a great box out that she had there too.
Calls out instructions, hands it off to Dunn. Brown, she does that a bunch, just sees the ball up there, breakaway layup, and she smokes it. But gets her rebound back and then makes it. Just wanted to pad the stats a little bit, I guess, there.
Yeah, sticking with it, not hanging your head after a bad play, no bad body language, just right back to work.
So now 7 points and 4 rebounds for Presley Brown, and the tie is finally broken. 15-13 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard in favor of Devils Lake. Three-point shot left long, Morgan comes down with the rebound. Again, ball didn't hit the rim, so shot clock winding down, 12 seconds. Gord goes by, throws up the runner, can't get that to go. Collected by Elsberger, and here comes Brodina. Trying to split the defenders, goes up, gets it to go, and one opportunity.
It's a great job just absorbing that contact, bouncing off the defender, but staying in control of the drive. Tylee Brodina with a strong finish will give them that two-possession lead, a little bit of separation.
That foul goes against Hansen, her second. She stays in the ball game, though, with just 2 minutes left in the half, and converting the and one opportunity is Tylee Brodina. So she joins her teammate in Presley Brown with 7 points, leading the way in points. And nice move there from Hansen. Brodina gambled on it. Didn't get the reward. Alberts left alone for an easy layup. Inside Beck, nice cut off the screen for an easy 2 points. Great offensive set. And a quick one at that too. You want to see those quick offensive moments for Devils Lake because you know they can get them. And then a turnover back the other way, the 9th of the ball game for Four Winds Minnewaukan. Guarded closely by Hansen. Brodina gets the screen. Plenty of separation for a 3-point shot. There it is.
That is a deep 3-point shot. That's a couple steps beyond all 3 of the arcs that we've got on the floor right now.
She missed the ones right up close to the line, so just needed a couple steps back to drain it. Alberts left alone again, but this time she can't make it. And then a double dribble was missed there on that opportunity and coming down the court, and Presley Brown trying to get it inside. Beck back into the hands. And now just wasting time here. 16 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Inside to Brown, but it's poked free. Last touch, though, by Morgan, so it'll stay here. Meade checks in, along with Martinson for the Firebirds. Brodina will inbound. Gets it into Brown, mid-range jumper. It rattles home.
We've seen Devils Lake on the baseline out of bounds sets throughout this tournament be one of the best teams at executing and getting those quick buckets. All of a sudden, you're on a 13 or 12-2 run type thing right now. As it was 13s, I believe.
Yep, tied up at 13, and now, like you mentioned, 12-2 run for the Firebirds, and it's a 10-point lead. Shot or game clock winding down. Have to fire it up. Ironheart almost got it to go, but what a run to end the half from Devils Lake. 12-2, and now a 10-point lead as we head to the break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start the finish. Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Savers Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsborough, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, we're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person, someone that knows your name and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
Welcome you into the halftime report. Jacob Tenson alongside Josh Boyko. And this game started off Devils Lake with a 6-0 run. And then Four Winds Minnewaukan, they fought their way back into it, got the lead 7-6. It was their first lead of the ball game. They had one other lead. Their largest lead was just 1 point. Devils Lake, all of a sudden they got tied up at 13 again. And then from there, it was all Devils Lake, a 12-2 run, including a 7-0 run to end the half. And it just kind of all of a sudden just flipped on its head, just domination. They just kept on scoring, and they just kept on stopping Four Winds Minnewaukan. And Four Winds Minnewaukan, they just didn't have any answer for them at the end of that. And again, Four Winds Minnewaukan, they started off slow, a bunch of turnovers was the biggest reason why Devils Lake got after that 6-point lead. But then they finally were able to break that press. But then it seemed like the turnovers kind of ramped up a little bit more again at the end of that second quarter.
Yeah, once that pressure really got dialed in, I mean, they were forcing turnovers on it to begin with, but the Firebirds were able to just get some offense going, whether it was that quick first step from Brodina. She eventually stepped out, hit a deep three. Presley Brown made some nice plays near the end of that first half, too. So the players came to play near the last few minutes. They were able to go on that run and open up some separation for halftime.
And again, loser goes home, so both teams desperately looking for that win. And let's kind of run through some first half stats. We'll start with the leaders on the scoreboard, the Devils Lake Firebirds. They were led by Tylee Brodina with 10 points. Like Josh mentioned, hit a deep three. Also went 3 of 3 on her free throws. And then Presley Brown had 9 points. She also hit a triple. Those are the 2 triples for Devils Lake in the first half. And then it was both Ava Beck and Mia Elsberger with 2 points. And I have a ghost 2 points that I'm missing. Again, stats unofficial here from us. Presley Brown also had 4 rebounds. Ava Beck with 2 rebounds as well. 7 first half turnovers for the Firebirds. And Tylee Brodina's 3 free throws were the only 3 that they shot. So 3 of 3 from the charity stripe in that first half. For Four Winds Minnewaukan, they were led, like they typically are, by Surrey Gord with 6 points. Also 4 rebounds. And then 4 points from Sophia Alberts. Yeah, 3 points from Patience Dunn and 2 points from Cameron Bishop. They went 3 of 5 from the free throw line and 0 3-pointers for Four Winds Minnewaukan in those 9 first half turnovers. So we'll step aside here on our halftime report. We'll come back with the second half in just a moment, a couple 3.5 minutes on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Dustin Nagel with Dakota Heritage Bank. We're a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we can assist you with all your banking needs, including checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, loans of all types, and more. We offer free mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking with Dakota Heritage Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
This President's Day, save on pieces that bring your home together at the Lighting Gallery. From February 16th through the 28th, enjoy our Buy More, Save More event. Save 10 to 20% on lighting, furniture, and home decor. The more you purchase, the more you save. Visit us at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks, February 16th through the 28th. Buy More, Save More event. We want to invite you to the Lighting Gallery. It's worth the visit.
Second half about to get underway, about 16 minutes away from determining whose season will come to an end and who survives at least one more day to play in those state qualifier rounds on Saturday. Should be a fun last 16 minutes here. We'll see if Four Winds Minnewaukan can dig themselves out of this 10-point deficit hole that they've put themselves in. They were able to do it down 6 early on as we are underway in the second half. Firebirds with possession. Beck on the wing gets to Ellsberger, driving in, and almost got it to go, but she'll go to the line for 2 as she saw some contact. Foul goals against Dunn, her second, team's first. Rattles out, so missing that front end. Second one good though for Ellsberger, so first point, I guess, of the second half belongs to the Firebirds. Gord's been held in check mostly, still leads the way for the Lady Indians with just 6 points, has yet to hit a 3-pointer. She drives in, nice dump-off pass to Alberts. Now she's tied with Gord with 6 points. Inside, the runner no good from Brown as Gord comes down with her 5th rebound of the game and sees a double team, able to get out of it. Now Hansen has numbers if they go. 3-on-2, throws up the floater, gets it to go. Her first bucket of the ball game, her first points as well, as they trim it down to just a 7-point deficit. Into Brodina, trying to back down, spins. Nice footwork, but blocked by Gord and collected by her. As here come the Lady Indians, slowing things down. And then an offensive foul by Gord, just lowered the shoulder too much. And maybe a little bit of good acting there as well for Devils Lake. And that's Gord's third foul. That's a big foul. As now she'll check out, at least for a little bit, to make sure she doesn't pick up that fourth foul as we're early on in the third quarter.
That's a big foul because it takes so much offense off the floor for a team that's been struggling to put the ball in the basket.
As three-point shot is tipped, Brown comes down with the rebound, and then it's a foul, and Coach Gord asking for a flopping call. He's not going to get it, though. Brodina gets it to Brown. Pass fake, now drives. Nothing there. Hand off to Martinson. Ellsberger, short corner jumpers, no good. Another offensive rebound out to Brown. Looking for somebody, now gets it to Beck. Looking inside to Ellsberger, but guarded tightly, and it goes over the head, so it's a turnover, and then a foul right afterwards. Foul goes against Ellsberger. Now she has 3 fouls. Doesn't check out immediately, but now we see Hofstad get up. And Gord's at the scoring table as well, so she'll check back in next dead ball. Near turnover there from Four Winds Minnewaukan, but Du Bois able to track that down. Still a 7-point deficit, 26-19 on a Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Lady Indians looking for another bucket to trim into it, but it's a turnover instead. Up ahead, into the corner, Brodina for 3, you bet! Her second triple of the ball game and grows that lead back to 10. Where's that offense going to come from for the Lady Indians with Gord momentarily checked out? Bishop has it. Back to Hansen. Sees a double team and then walks with it after that double team. Just wasn't ready for it and just backed up, took too many steps.
That's why you blitz the screen right there. If you catch the ball handler off guard or at least off balance, you can force some of those turnovers like that.
And they knew that with Gord out, Hansen may be the second option for scoring the first option on the floor, so they just blitz her like that and force her to be uncomfortable. Brodina looking to blow by the defender, just keeps on going, sees some contact, no whistle. Brown comes down with the rebound, goes up, and gets it to drop. Martinson, rather. But nonetheless, an and one opportunity for the Firebirds. And it doesn't go, but another offensive rebound, this time from Hofstad. 3-point shot from Brodina, another one!
That is a deep shot and a timeout forced.
What a shot there from Brodina, brings that lead to 15. Four Winds needs to dig themselves out of the hole. We'll see if they can after we come back from the break.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
Back from the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance timeout. Nodak Mutual Insurance, my apologies. 15-point lead and an 8-0 run right now for Devils Lake after that 3-point shot from Tylee Brodina. Her second of the half, her third of the game. And you could hear in the timeout, Coach Sean Gord was preaching to the Lady Indians to box out. They need to get some rebounds. They got to quit letting the Devils Lake Firebirds clean that offensive glass. But first, they got to score a point. Gord into the corner. Du Bois just inside the three-point line, almost wedgied it. And then getting a foul off the offensive rebound and going to the line for two will be Gracie Jackson.
And foul on number 24, Hofstad, second personal, second team, Jackson at the line.
Foul goes on Hofstad, her second. First minutes we are seeing from Gracie Jackson, and she gets her first point. Goes 2 for 2 on that trip. First free throws of the second half for Forward's Minnewaukan. Trims it down to 13 and ends that 8-0 run. Brodina, the hot hand, is at 2 triples in the second half. They get it inside to Martinson. Mid-range jumper rattles out. And a good rebound there from Gord.
It's dodging the bullet there on defense for Four Winds Minnewaukan. Point blank look given up, but they get away with it, and they need to turn this into an advantage with points.
Gord sees a double team and fouled from behind. Brodina trying to get that steal, but bumps into her instead.
Second personal, third team, Hanson. Back in for Four Winds Minnewaukan, back into the Firebirds.
Second foul by Brodina, so not really foul trouble as we're over halfway through the third quarter, but still needs to be a little more careful going out. Gord walks over, back and forth. Gets a screen now in the wing. Hanson. She gets a screen looking inside, but it's a double team instead. This time she gets it to Gord. Just trying to get some separation, just can't find any. Brodina just hounding her. Hanson pulls up the mid-range jumper, can't get it to go as Beck comes down with the rebound. Brown picks up her dribble, looking inside, poke free by Gord, but back in the hands of Brown. Inside, great pass, but Martinson can't finish. Hofstad there to get the rebound, but just goes way too strong on it. Gord pats the head, giving out the play call. Now it's in the wing. Left alone, three-point shot from Jackson off the right side. Du Bois with the rebound, but then it's ripped away by Hofstad. Brown ahead of everybody, but Du Bois is able to track her down, but fouls her in the process.
Foul on number 3, Du Bois. Fourth personal, fifth team foul.
And that's the fourth foul on Kenya Du Bois. Again, that great defender for the Lady Indians, but we'll have to check out here. First free throw good from Brown as they're now in the bonus situation. Now double-digit points for Brown, joining her teammate in Tylee Brodina. Second free throw good as well, so now 11 points for Presley Brown. Again, applying that full court pressure. They kind of backed off on it a little bit, but now applying it once more on the Firebirds. And a foul on Brown, and Brown just laughs about it. Can't believe that call, and just shakes her head afterwards, too. Just her first foul, though, and team's fourth. Next one will have the Lady Indians in the bonus. Gord again has been neutralized here in this game. Just 6 points, has yet to score in the second half. Alberts loses the handle. It's still free into the hands of Beck. Nice pass from on her knees. Brown goes in and gets the layup to go as well. But credit Beck there, the great hustle play to get on the ground and pick up the ball, and then also find Presley Brown trying to get out in transition as well. Gord trying to force something, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, goes up and gets that one in. Nearing double-double territory, 8 points, 8 rebounds for Gord as Beck splits through defenders and then draws some contact. She'll go to the line for 2.
Foul on number 5, Albert, second personal foul. Beck at the line to shoot 2.
First free throw from Beck is good. Her first trip to the free throw line as well. Mead and Michael Bus check in for the Firebirds. And Longi checks in for Winds Minnewaukan. Second free throw, that is good as well. So 4 points now for Ava Beck. And it's a 40-23 lead on the Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. The Lady Indians desperately need a bucket here. Nice pass inside to Dunn. She was left alone and then fouled as Mead tried to come in there late.
That foul on number 44. Mead, second personal, 15.
It's Dunn's second trip to the free throw line, went 1 of 2 in her first trip. Misses that one. Second free throw from Dunn, also a miss, and a good rebound there from Presley Brown. And that's her 7th of the ball game. Beck just driving in, sees some contact, and off that big contact, took a couple steps as well. Hofstad checks in for Mead. And Morgan checks in for the Lady Indians as Bishop, in a little bit of pain, checks out. Again, the full court pressure being applied by Devils Lake. Not as many turnovers by that full court pressure in the second half for Devils Lake. 5 turnovers still, though, for Winds Minnewaukan. Driving in, the runner off glass, no good. Brown, her 8th rebound. She's approaching double-double territory as the defender hits the ground. Michael Buss dumps it off to Hofstad, loses the handle, but that's because she was fouled.
These fouls starting to mount up now for Winds Minnewaukan. More free throws coming.
And the third one for Dunn, so yet another Lady Indian in foul trouble. Du Bois has 4. She's on the bench right now. Dunn has 3, and Gord has 3. And for Devils Lake, Ellsberger has 3, but that's the only Firebird that's really in any foul trouble. Hofstad goes 1 for 2 in that trip, her first point of the ball game. Hanson able to break the pressure, but picks up her dribble just past half court. Now Morgan inside, nice pass to Dunn. Loses the handle though, and her foot's on the line, so it's a turnover going back the other way. Rodina, quick little breather, checks back in for the last 23 seconds with the shot clock turned off. Won't be surprised if they get the ball in her hands. Again, had that hot hand hit 2 triples early in this third quarter. Du Bois back in with those 4 fouls, not playing as aggressive a defense as she normally does. Into back, looking inside to Mead. Guarded closely. Now Tripke gets it to go. Nice pass from Beck to set it up. Tripke's first 2 points and shot well short. And it's a 20-point lead for the Devils Lake Firebirds on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. We'll come back with the fourth quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Again, losers' season is done. So Four Winds Minnewaukan needs to dig real deep to get themselves back into it these last 8 minutes. And it's going to start with Gord. Sees a double team, gets it to Du Bois, thought about the three. Now Albert sizes things out. Back in the hands of Du Bois. It goes off of Albert's foot. And trying to get it inside, she was open, but the pass was not strong enough to get it into Hansen. But it'll stick with the Lady Indians. Gord to inbound, trying to find somebody, gets to Hansen in the corner. Now posting up, Gord, one dribble. Nice footwork, but can't get it to go. Morgan to the rebound, and she'll go to the line for two.
Third personal, first team foul. Mercy Morgan to shoot two.
Morgan looking for her first points of the ball game. And there is her first point.
Can see some of the other people starting to file into this crowd now. You got some Thompson and Carrington representation showing up with their game coming up next, so make sure to stay tuned.
Josh Boyko will be on the play-by-play for that as ball sticks here, and should be a fun championship game. Carrington and Thompson kind of contrasting styles where it's a two-headed monster for Thompson and a balanced scoring attack for Carrington. Should be a fun one to watch. So like Josh said, make sure to tune in for that. Gord spins, can't get it to go. Good defense from Brown, and ball's poked free, and it will stick again with Lady Indians. Ellsberger checks in for Brown, just had a quick stint there. Gord looking for somebody. Close to a 5-second call. His ball's poked free. It's still free and collected up by the Firebirds. Rodino with it, slicing through, throwing up a wild shot, but it was wild because there was a lot of contact.
That's just such a great player with so much speed. Devils Lake, if they're able to hang on in this fourth quarter, could do some damage in those state qualifier in the state qualifier round, get themselves locked in.
And again, against Thompson, it was a 12-point loss for them, but they were without Martinson, and realistically, it was a one-possession, two-possession ball game. It was just a bunch of free throws at the end, clutch free throws from Thompson down the stretch, which really kind of made it that 12-point game. So definitely can play with all these other top teams. This is another turnover for the Lady Indians. Martinson didn't play a big role in today's game, just 2 points to this point, which he's in right now. But like you said in the pregame show, as Brodina lines up a three-point shot, that one's well off the mark. But there is Martinson right on cue. She'll go to the free throw line for two off a nice rebound. She just brings a different element. She's just, like you kind of mentioned, she's the normal starter. That's who they're used to seeing out there at the beginning of games, and you kind of know what to expect when you have your normal starting five out there, which they didn't against Thompson.
Yeah, you need those players that you know what you're going to get from them each time, and they do the little things right. And whether that's limiting turnovers or just being a defensive pest, a defense-first player, you always need those type of players that can fill out and bolster your roster.
It's now a 22-point lead, 46-24 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Suri Gord has to get her offense going a little bit, has yet to even shoot a three. There's one, and that one's no good, though. Rebound collected by Tinley Tripke. Gord picks that one off, looking for the pick six, behind the back dribble, spins, throws it up there, can't get it to go, but in the hands of Morgan, and she'll go back to the line for two.
On number 2 back. Second personal, second team. Mercy Morgan to shoot 2.
So again, if Devils Lake holds on to this 20-point lead, they will play in the state qualifiers on Saturday, and they'll take on the second place team in Region 1. Those games going on right now as well. The third place game, I should say, is going on right now. Then the championship game will be going on about the same time as the championship game here, as Morgan makes both free throws. Pass a little too high there for Browns. A turnover for Devils Lake, just their fourth of the second half. Slicing through defenders, Hansen throws up a wild shot, but gets it to go off the glass.
An update for you in the Region 1 third place game right now. 3-seed Wahpeton is up 23-16 over 1-seed Valley City after Central Cass upsets the Highliners in the semifinals, and Kindred was able to beat Wahpeton in the semis as well, giving us this Valley City Wahpeton game, currently 23-16, Huskies on top.
Again, whoever wins that game will take on the loser of the championship game between Thompson and Carrington. Firebirds with 9 seconds on the shot clock. The offense going to have to come quickly. Brown has it. Skipped around Tripke. Loses it momentarily. 3 seconds. Beck has to fire and is left long, so it's going to be a shot clock violation. And the Firebirds still applying that full court pressure. There's just no quit in them. They just want to keep on keeping on, if you will, as there's a turnover. Brown ahead of everybody for an easy two, maybe not looking so easy. And then a timeout called. We'll take a timeout with them here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Welcome you back from the Chris Moen Nodak Mutual Insurance timeout. Your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Again, it's a 20-point lead for the Firebirds, 48-28. And if they hold on, which it looks like they will, they'll be playing in that state qualifier round on Saturday. The Lady Indians just looking to kind of end their season on a high note, get some buckets in a quick fashion here, but taking some time right now. Hansen thought about it. Now Alberts has it. Hansen, now she'll fire the three-point shot, and it's good. Hansen, the senior, not wanting her season to come to an end, up to 7 points in the second half. Four Winds Minnewaukan faithful trying to will on their team with a little chant going on. Beck with a three-point shot for the answer. No. Stuck up there for a while. As Four Winds comes away with it, but then taken right back. Brown can't get it to go. It's Alberts fouls her.
Foul on number 5, Alberts. Third personal, third team. Brown to shoot 2.
Brown makes that one, so stays perfect from the charity stripe. 3 of 3 to this point. Martinson checks out. Hofstad checks in. Second free throw for Brown's no good, but into the hands of Hofstad. Another offensive rebound for these Firebirds. Mid-range jumper from Brown, and finds its way in. Back to that 20-point lead, 51-31 in favor of the Firebirds on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Just under 4 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Hansen driving in. Another bucket? No, not this time. Brown just one rebound away from a double-double. Having a great offensive night as well. 18 points, 9 rebounds as Beck fires from the mid-range and gets that to go. And then we go the other way, another turnover. They just keep on piling on. That's 10 in the second half for Four Winds Minnewaukan. 19 total.
Also today, Patience Dunn in for Four Winds Minnewaukan.
Patience Dunn checking in for Bishop. Meade checks in for Devil's Lake. Now full court pressure being applied by the Lady Indians. Again, Du Bois has 4 fouls guarding Beck right now. Tripke, top of the key now. And then a turnover by the Firebirds as we go the other way. Scored a couple series of dribble moves. Nice move, hits the defender hits the deck. Can't get the bucket to go, but Alberts is there to clean it up.
That's just put your head down and saying, I'm going to make something happen here, and she created a ton of separation there.
Just unfortunately couldn't quite get it to finish, but her teammate, like I said, able to clean that up. As Alberts gets another rebound there, she's up to 3 all of a sudden. They get it back over to Hansen. Thought she was going to fire a three-pointer, but it would be Gordon instead. Almost got that to go. A little long. The boys can't get that to go either. As collecting the rebound is Rodiker. Martinson checks back in for Devil's Lake, taking out Beck. And then a full timeout being called by head coach Klein of the Firebirds, as we'll take a timeout with him here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra.
Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
2:18 left before the winner is official to head to the state qualifier rounds. Devil's Lake holds the 20-point lead, which they've had majority of this fourth quarter. Tripke up ahead, off her foot, it goes out of bounds, back to the Lady Indians. Gord driving in, can't get it to go, but fouled in the process, so she'll go to the line for 2. Chance to be the first Lady Indian to get into double-digit points if she makes both. First one's good. Second one good as well, as Michael Buss will check in for the Firebirds. And Gracie Jackson will check in for the Lady Indians, as Alberts will check out. Into Tripke. Back to Mead, now back to Tripke. Now Klein says to waste some time here, just go back, but almost turned over, and now we get a tie-up. Possession arrow will go back to Lady Indians. Gord crossing over, trying to split through defenders. Almost got that to go, but she'll head back to the line. First free throw good, so now 11 points for Surrey Gord. Second free throw rattles out, collected by Mead. Into the hands of the freshman Tripke. Trying to get past half court, and a timeout before that. It's a full timeout as we'll step aside with the Chris Moe and Nodak Mutual Insurance timeout on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Minute and a half left. Devils Lake with possession. It's Michael Buss trying to drive in. Sees three defenders. Trying to rip it out and poke free, and Gord will pick it up. And just kind of steps over Mead. Trying to size up a three-point shot. It's a deep one, and it's good. It's just a 14-point game. I mean, never say never here. You never know. Four Winds could get on a run here, force some turnovers. Devils Lake doesn't, well, now they have a starter out there in Beck, but that's the only starter that they have. To get it into Beck. And then Gord fouls. That'll be her fourth. And not in the bonus yet. Next one will have the Firebirds in the bonus situation, though. Beck waves off the screen from Hofstad. Nearly lost the handle. Almost lost it again, but gets it past half court now. Sees a double team. And wide open, trying to drive down, pass inside, poke free. It'll stick here, though. And another timeout called from Coach Justin Klein, but we'll stick here and just kind of, this game is a 14-point game and 46 seconds. It's not impossible, but it is improbable. But let's talk about a little bit of the championship game coming up. Thompson versus Carrington. You'll be on the play-by-play for that. What are you kind of anticipating between those two teams?
Well, it's tough to tell which is going to win out, offense or defense, because, I mean, right now Thompson is scoring 68 points per game in this tournament, allowing just 47. So that's a 21-point gap, but then they haven't faced someone with the caliber of talent that Carrington has in terms of limiting their own offense or the test that they'll have on the rebounding side as well. So it should be a close one.
It should be a fun one at that, too, as Gordon rips away the ball, forces the turnover, and then forces some contact. She'll go back to the line for 2.
Surrey Gordon to shoot 2.
Now 15 points there for Surrey Gord. And Gordon is the Lady Indians' leading scorer throughout, and she's just a sophomore, so plenty of development yet to come for her. And there's only 3 seniors on the team for Four Winds Minnewaukan, so a lot of people to develop with her as well, as they made a good run here, making it to the 3rd place game in this Region 2. Another turnover. Gord can't get that to go. Poke free into the hands of Longi. She can't get that to go either. And then Devil's Lake almost into the corner, lost it. And then a foul called on the reach-in, and that might just do it.
A foul at number 10, Jackson, first personal, 5th team foul.
Do want to shout out, of course, as always, the seniors on this roster for Four Winds as their season comes to an end with Gracie Jackson, Kaylee Hansen, and Drew Longi both playing, or all 3 playing as seniors in looks to be their final moments, but congrats to them on their careers and the runs made by the Lady Indians.
Second free throw, good. Schmies makes both, and it's always a tough time of the season when you see those seniors play their last games. It's also a fun time as 3-point shot hit from Surrey Gord. There's those contrasting moments where there's so much joy on one side, and then the depletion of those seniors who have had such long careers. As 2 points there from Devil's Lake, and that'll seal it, 56-44. Devil's Lake moves on to the state qualifiers, where they'll play on Saturday. They'll await their opponent from Region 1, whoever loses that championship game at the Shack. But we'll step aside here. We'll try to get some interviews, and we'll wrap up the pregame show real quick, and then we'll get you to that championship game in about 20 minutes.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Transform your home with Central City Lumber, your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. From showplace cabinets, stylish flooring, and Valspar paint, they have everything you need to bring your vision to life. Their expert team is here to help you choose the perfect materials and provide expert advice for your project. Plus, they build custom portable homes that can be moved anywhere in North Dakota. Visit Central City Lumber in Carrington today and see why they're the go-to destination for home improvement. Central City Lumber, quality you can build on.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
You need a bear in there.
check out bearshomesolutions.com.
Welcome you back into the post-game show. Joined now with Tally Brodina, and we were just kind of talking about it. You weren't getting the three-pointers to go early in the game, but you finally hit. It was a deep three-pointer, was the first one. Was that kind of what got you going here throughout the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think it kind of just calmed me down and kind of just like settled me down, got my team settled down too, and I think that just kind of started us getting going.
And the third triple that you hit, you could just see that you were fired up after that one. I think it got you to about a 10-point lead at that. What was the feeling like after hitting that last three-pointer that you hit?
I think it was just really good. Like, we were all so nervous coming into this game because everybody wants to make it to Saturday. Both teams, like, they worked their butts off too. So I think just like once we got that 10-point lead, it just kind of like felt a little more secure for us.
And what was the message from Coach Klein, maybe early in the game or at halftime, just to kind of keep things going? What did he say at the beginning of the game to motivate you guys to get this win today?
At the beginning of the game, he kind of just told us it's all or nothing. Like, this is the last time our seniors are going to play at their home court, and they have a good advantage that we are playing at our home court. So he kind of just told us to leave it all out on the court, try your hardest. And at halftime, he just told us to keep working. Like, we had a really bad first quarter, but we came out in the second quarter, and he told us just to continue that throughout the rest of the game.
And looking forward to Saturday, just what's kind of going to be the energy for your team? I know you don't know your matchup yet, but what are you expecting for that game on Saturday?
Well, it's either going to be Kindred or Central Cass. So both teams are really, really good. I mean, we faced up against both of them, but I think we just got to work hard and just come in with a new mindset. Like, we want to get to next week, and I think that's what we want to happen.
All right, well, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on advancing, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Bavera. Let's forge ahead together.
Brock Brent Construction Inc. has been around since 2006. We do commercial and residential concrete and construction. From concrete parking lots, house foundations, stamped concrete patios and driveways, to new construction and home remodels. Call Brock today at 701-430-1011. Brock Brent Construction Inc., serving you since 2006.
Welcome you back into the post-game show. That was that interview with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Tylee Brodina. She had 18 points, 3 triples, and all 3 of those came at very important times. That's why she is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. The post-game interview also brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. And our last award we have to give away is the Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game. Your local precision planting dealer, Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsborough. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And Tylee Brodina, she's being a little selfish with the awards. I'm going to give it to her three-pointer at the end of the first half. It made it that 10-point lead, 25-15. And from that point on, it was really just all Firebirds. So I think that really just kind of flipped the momentum in their favor. They got on that 7-0 run, 12-2 run, if you will, too, or it was tied at 13 apiece. And that was kind of the game ender, even though it was only halftime for the Firebirds. But it really just kind of seemed like that was the momentum shift that they needed to end it off. So you see the crowd is getting kind of packed. We have to open the bleachers behind us because there's so many people wanting to attend this championship game between Thompson and Carrington. So I'll step aside while Josh Boyko gets ready to do play-by-play. Don't go anywhere. Well, we'll flip over to the other game. The championship game will be up in just a moment. Josh Boyko will be on the call. For him, I'm Jacob Tenson saying goodbye.